Hello and welcome back to Skyrim. So last time we dealt with the mystery at Golden Hills Plantation. We also cleared out Callback Mine here. So now we are going to continue our journey to deal with the Saints, and then we're going to go to Markarth to sell some of our spoils and maybe report the clearance of that mine to somebody who will pay us. Just taking in the scenery again. I believe this was actually the very first road that we walked with Morrus. Once we left Dushnikyal, then went to Markarth, and then set off on our journey to Winterhold. It's been a long time since we've tread this road. Come a long way, too. I mean, compare where we are now to where we were then. I have a feeling those are the same thoughts that are going through Morris's head right now. Again, making him feel a little bit better about himself, dispelling some of his insecurity. It's a random horse in the middle of the road. But you're apparently owned. Your owner didn't give you a saddle, but gave you saddle bags. Fair enough, I guess. I really do like the look of the horses in my mod list. SC horses plus equestrian is a very nice visual overhaul to the horses. I believe it uses Witcher 3 assets, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Ah, right up the road. So let's poke our head into town, maybe say hi to some people, and then I guess look around and see if we can find the Saints.
I want your sellswords out of my mind.
Watch your tongue, native. We'll leave when we're sure there's no Forsworn here.
Oh, and when would that be, I wonder? When I sell my land to the Silverbloods?
The Silverbloods have made you a very generous offer for this pile of dirt. I suggest you take it.
If the Forsworn aren't attacking my town, the Nords are trying to force me off it.
You're having trouble with your mine, I take it?
Robbery is what it is. The Silverbloods are trying to muscle in on my land. Forsworn attack the mines, and suddenly all these sellswords show up to help. They won't let anyone work until I sell it off.
What if I convince them to leave for you?
You can try, but I'd keep your sword arm ready if things get ugly.
I could be
All
rather
right, then.
convincing when I need to be. And he got into the cave before I could. Let's mark this quest so I can kind of keep track of where he is. Yep, you're the man I have to talk to.
The mine is closed. Get lost.
You get lost. I want you and your men to leave.
Helping out Ina Thatch, huh? Give me a reason not to plunge a dagger in your chest.
Because you wouldn't like the outcome if you tried.
Whoa, wait a second. I was just kidding. We'll leave. We'll leave.
Good. Yeah, that spell that we have in Illiken's Fast Friends is working wonders. In case you need a refresher on what it does, it gives you a bonus to your speechcraft that is equal to half your illusion level. And while that bonus is not huge, it's still enough to make a difference sometimes, and I imagine that was one such case.
I'm one of the few native sons of the Reach that owns land. Doesn't make me very popular.
Yeah, those sellswords won't be a problem anymore.
That won't be the last we hear from the Silverbloods. But at least we can get back to work. Thank you. You've done a good thing for me and my workers. Here, this is for you.
Damn. Thank you kindly. It's a very good payment. I don't really see a blacksmith in town or anything, otherwise I'd be tempted to sell some of my goods, but alas. And I noticed this path going up here. Let's have a look. Could be where the saints are hiding out. Admittedly, a bit closer to town than what would be realistic, I imagine, but... oh well. Kinfal's journal, some scrolls. I want to make sure I'm not about to get murdered by an archer. Speaking of, have a Magnus. Oh, come on, charge the spell.
You really don't seem as saintly as your name implies.
Right, Lucian? Oh, he's down. I missed, just barely. And you're down. Okay, that went well. Let's say no to a lockpick. Black soul gem. Golden sword. Oh. You made me pick up the wrong item, Lucian. How dare you? Soul tomatoes. One of the weirder items from this anniversary edition thing. Doesn't even feel very Shivering Isles unless I'm just forgetting the existence of those in Oblivion. It just feels random for the sake of random. But for all I know, I could be mistaken. Those could in fact be things from Shivering Isles DLC for Oblivion. It is a distinct possibility. It's been a good while since I've played that DLC. I almost said mod, but it's definitely not a mod. Got some wandering nobles by the look of it. Without a guard. Oh!
Survival. I dread to think what'll happen to these towns once the silver dries up.
You know what? I think these are the people whose guard randomly attacked me and I had to defend myself. That's why they're without a guard. I also forgot to read the journal, so let's have a look at that real quick. Kinthal's journal. Oh, camera's freaking out. Even though we no longer raid with the backstabbing seducers, we still work for that wizard Thorin. He's been paying us handsomely.
Now this sheds a bit more light on the situation. Thoron, the chap behind all this, is hiding in the Solitude sewers. Sounds splendidly smelly.
Again, can't really blame Lucian for commenting while I'm reading the book, because ordinarily the game would be paused as you're doing this. I just have a mod that unpauses it. He's been paying us handsomely to turn over Risad's caravan, looking for any trinkets that seem strange. A week ago, we found a sword unlike anything we'd ever seen. Thorin's face lit up when he saw it. This could be it, he said. Something about a bridge. He's probably lost it. No sword is worth how much he paid us for it. Won't hear us complaining, though. We see Thorin once a month. He can have a look at our spoils. Everything he doesn't want, we split and sell. Nice and clean. When we're done, he skulks off back to that lair in Solitude. What he does there is anyone's guess. Okay, so one journal mentioned the sewers, the other mentioned Solitude, so yeah, Solitude sewers. We now know where to go to find him, and he has an interesting sword, apparently. Yeah, Risad will probably be thankful to know that we dealt with the bandits that were harassing his caravans. So we'll definitely have a word with him when we can. In fact, is he anywhere near Markarth right now? No. Whereabouts is he? No marker by the looks of it. Yeah. Okay, so he could be near Markarth for all I know. So let's be on our way. Mud crabs, I do not mind blasting for experience. As stated before, horrible creatures. These people are going back to Markarth with their tail between their legs.
Hello, Ragnar, my old friend. I've come to take your head again.
Nice little reference there. I wish I knew more of the lyrics by memory, otherwise I would continue the song. But alas. I'm not very good at remembering lyrics to songs. Don't mind me, just taking in the scenery again. Some more mud crabs over there I can blast. Because fire spells work in water for some reason. Oh, one of them survived. That's the one disadvantage to a small area of effect, is that it doesn't often hit more than one person. But the advantage of it is that you don't have to be perfect with your aim. You can fire on the ground like a little bit next to an enemy and it will still hit them. In fact, that tends to be my strategy when Lucian and Magnus are running in and dealing damage. I tend to shoot next to them and next to the enemy rather than the enemy, so I don't catch them in the fire, literal fire. Oh. Hey, you are saints, aren't you? Have a skeleton. How dare you? Revenge note. Interesting. So they're hunting me because I've dealt with their leaders. I guess that makes sense. It was a bit too low. I have to remember when you're running forward, your aim is, ow, a little bit lower than you would expect.
But I was just wondering, have you considered not trying?
Alright, well, more gold. These people tend to be carrying a decent amount, so it's no big deal. Right.
Never should have come here.
Now we've got seducers after us, it looks like. It is kind of weird that they both come after you deal with both factions. They should come after you deal with their respective faction. Oh, sorry, Lucian. I just blasted him. Okay. There was one somewhere around here. So there are two there. Is that the other body? Or is that one of the saints? It's one of the saints. Okay, revenge for Svarig. Let's have a look at the dark sword real quick. 21 versus 19. Yeah, we'll give you a dark sword. I'll just drop the golden one in here. There you go. Better sword. Anybody else? I could have sworn there was a third. Just looking for the bodies. Ah. Oh, no, that's an ingredient. Okay, well, now we have 2 revenge notes to look at. Morrus the orc wretch that slew Kinthal, will pay dearly for what he's done. By my hand, the scales will be balanced. When I return victorious, there will be no doubt that I should lead the saints from here on. Fun fact, by the way, the race that appears in the note, where it says, like, the orc wretch, if you're a vampire lord or a werewolf, like, in that form, when these people hunt you, it will actually say something like, Morrus the werewolf wretch. It's really funny. I had that happen to me once in a past playthrough. My companions and I have formed a pact to hunt down Morrus the despicable orc responsible for butchering Svarig. This transgression cannot be overlooked. Our honor as seducers demands nothing less than Morrus head on a pike. Fair enough. So yeah, they don't like me. I don't blame them. Hopefully, I just eliminated the last of those 2 bandit factions. Would be rather nice to put that behind me and not have to worry about them coming after me forever. Do still have to deal with Thoron, but he seemed to be kind of the person above both of those bandit factions. The bandit factions were getting paid by him. It seemed like that relationship was a bit strenuous at best. I think that's the right word. Oh yeah, there's this congregation of people here that we saw on our way into the city for the first time, but
Forsworn have taken Trollskager Mine. We're the only ones left.
we'll assume they just got here rather than have been standing here for the whole journey.
Trollskager Mine is lost, friend. Forsworn killed everyone.
Were fierce fighters, fiercer than I could have imagined.
This is a little bit of a silly question because you just said that you were, but you're from Kolskager Mine.
Was. Forsworn came in the night, killed everyone. Gat and I are the only ones who escaped. Hopefully Skaggy will send word to the Jarl and something will be done.
What if I already took care of the Forsworn?
I'd be grateful. Kolskager is my home, but I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole group of them with axes and magic on their side. You'd never stand a chance.
You misunderstood me. I took care of the Forsworn.
You drove them off? By yourself? Thank you. We'll head back to work right away. Take this. It's the least I can do.
Damn, another good payout. You can stop waiting now, you're out of the water. Okay, good, you listened. Alright, into Markarth we go. Fun fact, there is an actual EVGA anime traversal marker for my own mod there. I just sometimes forget the exact place that I put it. And there is a way to turn on the indicators in case that is a concern. I actually have an MCM with my mod that turns the indicators on and off, so you can look with that, I just don't. For the most part, I have their locations memorized because I made the mod, but that one, for some reason, I always mistake for being a little bit too far to the right.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the
How
house?
are we in
You
terms
want
of
that ended?
cleanliness? Are we still recently
Closing the
washed?
stall.
Yeah. So
That's
we'll
fine.
get good prices,
You want to give up now? Out of fear?
especially when we have this spell. Still have some time to do some bartering fairly early in the, well, it's late in the evening, but not quite late enough for them to close.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything.
Let's do some disenchanting
Alright.
first. We still have time. Oops, sorry. So yeah, we can do some disenchanting. Then I believe we'll want to go speak with the blacksmith before we speak with the mage, because our speech perks. Yeah, we can sell to blacksmiths at a better price, but not mages yet. So it's a good idea to sell like any jewelry to blacksmiths before going to the mages. I wonder what spells Calcelmo will have if he carries adept level alteration. Okay, so we have nothing to disenchant. Well, it was worth checking anyway. So there's a blacksmith in here who I will check with first, and then I will go back to the blacksmith down there. Then probably speak to the alchemist, and then Calcelmo. I want to stockpile up some gold so I could potentially afford some spells before I barter with him. Reapply this.
I'm the Jarl, the finest weapons and armor.
Alright, let's sell this shield first because it's heavy. And then I guess just sort by least to most value and just start selling away. I guess I could have used those rings for enchanting practice, but oh well. Yeah, I'll keep the rest of my jewelry, but I will sell some gems. Yeah.
Fight well.
It's also a good reminder I still need to update my elemental gem mod and give it the keyword for soul gems rather than the keyword for regular gems. Because as of right now, you can sell them to blacksmiths, but not to mages, which is not the intended effect that I wanted. But that's just a simple keyword swap. I just have forgotten to get around to it. It's not a very popular mod anyway, so it's not like there's a huge demand for that update. So I'm gonna just borrow the smelter real quickly, and then I'll go speak with the blacksmith. Excuse me. Lucian getting in my face. How dare he? It's a pretty valuable necklace I can make. There we go.
Terribly sorry.
Do we actually have any soul gems? I should probably... Yeah, okay, we don't, so I can just sell these. No point in holding on to them for now.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
You know, it's just sort of like this again. Here, you can have that ore, because I don't have enough for another, to make another ingot. That's what I was looking for. No, you actually have a pretty good amount of money. You know what, before I make that update, I'm just going to take advantage of the fact that I can sell that to a blacksmith. Let's go speak to an alchemist next, I think. Probably didn't need to reapply that, but it doesn't hurt to. Yeah, how is our illusion skill right now anyway? 23. So still pretty low level, but we're starting to make some progress.
The hag's cure is here. Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
Your skull is rattling. Yeah, you can have those fire salts too, why not? I should have held on to that cure disease, but oh well. We can find more. Well, hold on. Actually, no, we don't really need regeneration. We have healing spells.
Now, you let me know if you need a cure or anything else.
And then lastly, we will speak to Calcelmo, see what he has, and then I will potentially... Actually, I will do some studying tonight because we still need to finish up our research on the barrier spell. I know that much. So regardless, if he has anything of interest, I will be doing some studying tonight between recordings. And then I believe it will be a good idea to head to Winterhold in the next episode. So we can do some more buying of spells. That is if I don't bankrupt myself right now.
I have things to study. What is it?
What do you have for sale?
Take a look.
Teleport scroll to Markarth. I might buy that if I still have some gold left. Let's see here. Also might be a good idea to get this right here. Spectral Priests are summons that use the Sacred Bolt series of spells, so they're good against undead. Blink is also a good idea to keep in mind, but I want to see if you have Iron Flet. No, you're not carrying the Adept level alteration. I don't know which one you carry up to Adept, actually, off the top of my head. So in other words, you're not really going to have a lot that interests me. So it'll be a good idea to pick up Arcane Pickaxe. I know that much. And then I will pick up Blink as well. Yeah, I'll pick up Apprentice Priest as well, even though we're going to want to upgrade. It's going to be pretty weak right now because we're a bit over-leveled for it, but our Conjuration level isn't too high. We can't get the Adept level Conjuration spells yet. And I'll get this so we can quickly travel back to Markarth whenever we need to.
What? Oh, goodbye.
Oh, wait, do I have anything to sell to you?
I had you figured for a maid.
Yeah, have those
think you'll
tomatoes.
appreciate this.
And then I have some books for you, I guess. Some robes. And a staff. Okay.
Yes, I have a lot of research to do.
Yes, I'm sure you are quite busy. But that's where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.